Hello, hello. This is Victoria Wylde with Sedona Luxury Homes. I'm a local real estate agent here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. And today I'm going to be showing you a driving tour of Mystic Heights. So we're going to do this tour as if you're sitting right here in the seat next to me. If you want to come look at properties, feel free to give me a holler. I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get started. So instead of starting this tour directly in front of the neighborhood, I wanted to start it a little further ways away so you can really see or really get the full effect of how private and somewhat remote Mystic Heights is compared to the rest of Sedona or being in the city of Sedona. On my last video, which is going to be linked in here, I did a tour of Red Rock Loop, so be sure to check that out. I'll link it below, but that's where I ended, or I didn't go to the right because we were going to continue on to the Mystic Heights tour, but I'm turning right onto Chavez Ranch Road, which is your first left as you're coming down off of Upper Red Rock Loop, first main road to the left. And you kind of go through these homes we just went through, which are little neighborhoods that different varying types of homes. Nothing like we're going to see in Mystic Heights. There is Crescent Moon Ranch, which is to the road I just turned off of, and that's a lovely amenity that you have living out here on Red Rock Loop Road. It's just a stone's throw. But we just transitioned back into National Forest here, and a little hard to tell from the video, but we are definitely going up right now. And the area, this is an overlook that we're headed to, and then we're going to dive back down towards the creek, which is where Mystic Heights is. And it's a famous area. It's called Secret Slick Rock, where a lot of people like to get married or do their photos because you have these incredible jaw-dropping views of Cathedral Rock, which is just up here. I think we'll get a pretty good view of it. So Cathedral Rock is to our left. She's looking beautiful tonight. And then this is the parking area for Secret Slick Rock, Ram's Head. All right, we're going to turn left and dip back down. And what's really interesting about this, so as we're heading, so Mystic Heights is, I don't know if you can see any of the houses. It's just over here on this hill, but just over the way, this is the area in the chapel. So there's houses that you can see on Elysian and some back of beyond houses. That's how you access all those houses on 179. So what's kind of neat about this out here is you can see all those areas and get these views, but you do not have the congestion or the traffic. And really, the only people that are coming down this way are the people that live here. So very, very private and secluded. You have some nice creek properties here, and all the trees recently lost their leaves because at the time of this video, December 2023, it is officially winter, even though it was 62 degrees out. Love Sedona, love the weather here, but you have some really nice creek frontage properties that I think there's 3 or 4 along here before you get to Mystic Heights, which is gated. The other piece of information that I think is interesting and important to know is in the summertime, there is a local swimming hole here. So I take it back. There are people who come down here to hit that local swimming hole. But again, Mystic Heights is gated, very private, exclusive, and not anybody is just going to be able to walk in. I mean, you have to have the gate code or live there, or be a guest of somebody. But living off a Red Rock Loop, I think a lot of people often think this is quite remote, and it's really not. If you time it from the gate to Sedona, I want to say you can get to West Sedona from Mystic Heights in about 8 minutes, which is not bad if you ask me. All right. So again, those houses are on the other side of the creek and accessed from 179. And then here is Mystic Heights. So let me show you the entryway. Beautiful signage. I love the water feature. Really nice gate. This is, I think, this is Sedona's newest neighborhood, technically, in terms of it being an intentional subdivision. I'm going to put the gate code in. Bear with me here. All right, here we go. So a lot of people ask me what makes Mystic Heights different. I would say the location and the views are incredible. So you get this is a very hilly neighborhood. A lot of these lots are perched up on knolls for the maximum view of typically of cathedral and other in the rim and other red rock formations. But a lot of this neighborhood is not even built out yet, so it's pretty new. This house right here to the right of it, to the right of the where we're looking, that's a brand new house, and I haven't been inside of it yet. It's incredible though, looks fabulous. Again, you can tell we're going going up, and I'm going to take us on each of the cul-de-sacs and spurs so you can really get a feel for the whole neighborhood. The neighborhood is laid out in a manner where they really wanted to emphasize cul-de-sacs, so each property had that private feel to it. This is Hilltop Road, and we're just going to continue straight, and then we'll come back and we'll swing a right. But this road up here, Hilltop, is really, these are all vacant still. At the time of this video, there's not any lots for sale, but lots are anywhere from 0.8 acres, I want to say, to over an acre. And then there's your views. That's just incredible. Wow. And then you can kind of see how they curved out some of the rock there to bring the road in. And then that's Cathedral Rock right there. Incredible. And it is nice in these planned subdivisions out on Red Rock Loop. They do have the fire hydrant fire system, that's all pressurized and good. They have a private community well here, which is a really nice feature that you get by living in these subdivisions. If you're just living in no HOA out on Red Rock Loop Road, you're likely not going to have that. So that's really nice with any neighborhood like Mystic Heights or Sedona Ranch or Cross Creek Ranch. We have another home up here on the right. So this one at the time of this video is for sale. I believe it just had a price reduction down to $4.5 million. We're going to head right onto Jefferson Courts. And the designer, the architect, is Musa and Associates, which recently merged with Design Group. So if you know anything about Sedona architecture, Design Group is one of the premier architect firms here in Sedona, and they merged with Musa and Associates. So I think that's a great move. And they design some really beautiful homes. All right, sold. More lots up here, not built out yet, and then we'll just swing around so you get the view of Cathedral. And again, this is the Jefferson Court house that is currently for sale for $4.5 million. I think it's about 3,500 square feet, very modern. It's beautiful. And you get these jaw-dropping views to the east here. And we're going to hit the road in front of us last as we're coming out. I'm going to turn right. This is a smaller subdivision, so it's really pretty compact, but again, they did a good job with the layout, I believe, and making sure that everybody has space and great views. This house on the right here recently sold in the mid to low fours, I believe, 4 million. And then this house down here on the right is currently for sale right here for 2.75 million, if I recollect correctly. New construction, never been lived in. It's a beautiful house. The views, good views. I would say you can get stronger views on some of the other lots up if you go up a little bit, but there are good views of Cathedral. They actually did a pretty good job laying out the floor plan of the house. And something I wanted to mention real quick with this neighborhood is you are actually surrounded by national forest. So in terms of privacy, it doesn't get better than this. You've got the best of both worlds where you're close to Sedona, you have the utmost privacy, and again, just the views. And I will emphasize that I don't think the views will ever be, I will never be able to capture what the views really look like in person. You're looking at this on a computer screen or a phone. And it is so much different in person for the better. That's the feedback I've had from clients I've shown video to. When they come here and they look at properties with me, it's way better than they ever expected in terms of what it's actually like to be here in Sedona and see these rocks and in this nature, in this landscape for yourself. All right, another cul-de-sac. And then I love these guys up here on this lot are dream building. They've got their little fire pit set up where I think I've seen them up there before. They come sit and talk about their house probably and how they're going to build. And then there's the rim. And that is Mystic Heights. So what I think delineates Mystic Heights, I may have mentioned this earlier, but again, it's hilly. So you're definitely, I mentioned in another video about Red Rock Loop, you're either a percher or a nester. So people who are perchers, they like to have these long range, big views, be a little more up on a hilltop. And you definitely get that here in Mystic Heights. It's also a great location. So I personally think that Red Rock Loop Road and the subdivisions, these high-end luxurious subdivisions on this road are somewhat of a hidden gem in terms of having just incredible remoteness and feel, but also being able to enjoy everything about Sedona with local hiking trails and all of our wonderful restaurants and grocery stores. Again, you're 8 minutes to West Sedona. And, the type and style of house out here, I would say the houses tend to lean quite a bit more modern than some other neighborhoods, such as Seven Canyons tends to be, it's a blend. But out here, I would say it's very modern, and, there's an architectural review process if you wanted to purchase a lot and build out here. But work with a high end, you're going to work with an architect and design not only a home, but a piece of art, because I think anybody who's going to want to build out here, you're going to build something pretty special, I would imagine, to match the landscape and the splendor of the neighborhood. And that is Mystic Heights. Let me flip you around real quick. All right. So I hope that was helpful and you were able to see what the neighborhood looked and felt like. If you want to feel what it's really like in person, give me a call or send me an email. I would love to connect with you and look at homes here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. I love my job because I love helping people achieve their dreams of buying property or selling property here in Sedona. I think the lifestyle is incredible. It's the best place in the world to live, in my opinion. I can tell you more about that, but I really enjoy helping people and working with buyers, especially, and sellers, and making the real estate transaction as smooth and seamless and as enjoyable as possible. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, victoria@sedonaluxuryhomes.com. It's all down below. Also, please like and subscribe to my channel. I produce all kinds of Sedona content around Sedona, real estate, and again, it's an incredible place to live. Live, love Sedona. Have a great day. Talk soon.